TLDR. Drag full jazz into openjazz game data folder. Skip all file conflicts. Done. This works for any version of openjazz that you get working, whether it's 351 elec, arkos, or any form of Linux. As long as you already have openjazz working, then these steps will get your openjazz from shareware edition to the full version. The steps are obvious, and this is just for people who didn't think of the obvious. So I know that everyone probably already understands how to do this. It's for the few people who don't. So have openjazz working, and then buy a copy of Jazz Jackrabbit on GOG, or wherever you decide to buy it, and go to show folder, copy all the asset files and everything, including the exes, except for GOG and Jazz exe itself. Because all that openjazz is missing is the level bonus blocks and sounds and all those extras from the full game, because the guy who made openjazz designed it with importing this stuff in mind. So when you boot openjazz, it automatically loads all the assets it has. So you only have shareware, not because it's a shareware version, but because you just don't have the assets, because obviously he can't legally include them. And you, of course, just drag all these assets into game data. Mine aren't here, but I mean, I can drag them over. Of course, once these are all dragged over, openjazz will be full jazz, and we'll work on arkos, 351 elec, and oh yeah, and skip everything that's already in the folder for obvious reasons. And it should work great for any form of openjazz you already have working. Portmaster does have some issues with the 351M and the 351P, but that's a separate thing and has nothing to do with openjazz. As long as you have openjazz working, it'll work. Anyway, hope this helps someone. If it doesn't, well, I tried to give back to the community.